earned runs in this one, but nonetheless, a 2-0 victory for the New York Yankees in the first game of this 3-game set versus the Tampa Bay Rays. And Gerrit Cole got the start and through 3 innings. This was a quick one hit for both teams. But in the bottom of the 4th is where we saw the only offense. And I mentioned no earned runs prior, and that's because the Tampa Bay Rays defense, which uncharacteristically has been pretty poor this year, continued on that stretch. Manuel Margot dropped a pop-up in right field, set the Yankees up. Then Isiah Kiner-Falefa with 2 outs, hit an RBI single to left field, and an errant throw home allowed Gleyber Torres to score all the way from first to give the Yankees a 2-0 lead. I mentioned Gerrit Cole before, and that 2 runs was all he needed this night as he bounced back a big way from that bad start in Minnesota. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 walk, did not allow a run, 7 strikeouts, got into a bit of a pickle in the 6th inning, bases loaded, 1 out, but got a double play to end a Tampa Bay threat. After the game, Aaron Boone talked about what allowed Gerrit Cole to keep the Rays at bay.
Location, thought he made a lot of really good pitches and stayed away from the heart of plate a lot. Seemed like he didn't make a lot of mistakes. I didn't think his stuff was necessarily overwhelming like we see it a lot, but I thought he executed a lot. And, and even most of their hits was, soft contact where, they couldn't do much with it. So just a strong bounce back for him to start off a big series for us.
After Cole, the typical strong Yankees bullpen flexed their muscle. Wandy Peralta came in, got 2 outs in the 7th inning. He lowered his ERA on the year to 1.61. He's a guy who, with the Clay Holmes and all the success the Yankees have had, he's flown a bit under the radar, but he continues to get outs for this Yankees club. Mike King ended up ending that inning, pitched the clean 8th as well, and it was the always reliable Clay Holmes, getting 2 strikeouts and a save in the 9th inning. And just to show in perspective how good Clay Holmes has been, he pitches a scoreless inning, and his ERA on the year only moves 0.01 down to 0.3 on the season. So the Yankees take Game 1 of this series 2-0 against the Rays. And now for Game 2. Game 2 featured 2 of the American League's best pitchers on the season, with Shane McClanahan versus Nestor Cortes. It was the first time in Rays history where both starters enter the game with sub-2 ERAs and a minimum of 10 starts. And they did live up to the hype, but things did not stay scoreless for long, as Aaron Judge in the bottom of the 1st inning got McClanahan on a solo shot to right field for his 25th on the season, 7 more than second-place slugger Pete Alonso. And it was 1-0 Yankees all the way until the 5th inning. But IKF was intentionally walked with 2 outs and set up Kyle Higashioka in a big spot. And he made McClanahan pay. He had a homer out to left, his 3rd of the year. 30% of his RBIs came on 1 swing of the bat, and it gave the Yankees a 4-0 lead. Now that 4-0 lead, Nestor Cortes would give up 1 back in the top of the 6th. He would get chased right there and go 5 1/3 innings. It was Wandy Peralta who relieved him. And I mentioned Wandy Peralta on last game's recap, and he continues yet again to get outs. 1.6 ERA after last game. Well, now it's 1.5 on the season. In the 8th inning, there was a bit of confusion with the rules as Matt Blake went on the mound to check on Miguel Castro with runners on 1st and 2nd. As Matt Blake walked back to the dugout, Kevin Cash brought up G-Man Choi to face the righty. And this forced Aaron Boone's hand because he did not want the righty Castro facing Troy. He tried to go out to the mound to put in his lefty, Lucas Licky, and originally was told he couldn't do so by the umps. And after extensive delay that involved a call with New York, it was finally decided that Boone was able to bring in the left-hander. And funny enough, it didn't work out. He gave up 2 soft hits, and the lead was cut to 4-3. So this brought up Clay Holmes for the 9th inning, looking to extend his scoreless streak to 30 innings and extend the Yankees to 30 games over 500. And just like he's done all season, Clay Holmes got the job done. He pitched a scoreless 9th inning to secure the victory for the Yankees. Another masterful performance by the righty. And after the game, Aaron Judge talked about just how difficult Clay Holmes is on opposing batters.
Oh, it's just straight dominance. It's every single time he comes out there, I feel like the game's over with. He attacks the strike zone. The movement on all his pitches is just that's unhittable. And I kind of get on him after some of his past outings. I'm like, hey man, you got to give me some work out there. I just kind of sit out there and take a nap when you come in the game. But no, it's fun to play behind, and he's going to go out there and give it his all, and he's going to be a tough at bat. I know that every single time he comes up.
So the Yankees take Game 2 of the series 4-3, and now we head to Game 3 with Brian Raybacks.
Thanks, Ryan. Yankees put an exclamation point on this series with their 8th walk-off win of the season. Anthony Rizzo's the hero in Game 3 as he delivers a walk-off home run into the Yankees bullpen, helping the Bombers complete the sweep over the Rays with a 2-1 win. Rizzo drove in both runs for the Yankees in this one, as he also had an RBI single in the 6th inning that would tie the game at 1. He finishes the night going 2 for 4 with the walk-off home run and 2 RBIs. And while Rizzo provided the offense in this one, the Yankees had a bit of a makeshift group of arms getting them to the finish line in this one. Luis Severino was supposed to get the start, but he would be scratched due to an illness and being placed on the COVID IL. Because of this, Clark Schmidt would have to start, something he didn't find out about until 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And despite this, he pitched great, going 3 shutout innings, allowing just 1 hit with 5 strikeouts. Following Schmidt was Ryan Weber, who was just called up from AAA and put on the roster in place of Severino. And given the circumstances, he really stepped up as he went 3 2/3, allowing just 1 run on 2 hits. After Weber, Ron Marinaccio came out of the bullpen. He looked really good once again, another great showing for him. And then it was Michael King in the 9th, pitching another scoreless frame, capping off another great night for this Yankee staff. After the game, Aaron Boone and Clark Schmidt talked about what this win meant, as well as the contribution a number of different guys are making to this team's success.
That's a good one there, with Sevy getting sick and wondering how we were going to do it. A lot of really big efforts.
Every night you could just point to another guy who gets the job done, and almost, not that it wasn't expected, it's just sometimes it just comes as a surprise. Everybody just continuing to get the job done, and that's what really good baseball teams do. And I think we're a really good baseball team, and we think we're a really good baseball team. So we play with a little bit of confidence, and that definitely shows.
What more is there to say about the Yankees? They've won 7 in a row. They've won 14 straight games at home. In their last 50 games, they have a 40-10 record. They're now 47-16, and they continue to build off their historic start to the season and do so in the form of a 3-game sweep over the division rival Rays. With WFUV Sports, I'm Brian Raybacks.